everybody? It's your girl, Paris Nicole.
And Jimmy Square Guy, one talk fly to you for you, lie to you.
On the Naked Truth.
Your political hip hop outlet. And today is Motivational Monday.
Motivation. What you gonna do to motivate us today?
With my good word of encouragement. This is a good one as usual. We're gonna get straight into this show. We got a great guest on today.
We always have a great guest.
True, because people are great people.
Overrated.
And no. As I told you before, even if people don't walk in their greatness, even if they don't even recognize they're great, that doesn't extract the greatness from them. Everybody's great. They may have not tapped into it, but everyone is great.
That's like when a kid is playing soccer or going to a game and everybody on the team gets a trophy.
Yeah, but he just haven't tapped into his greatness. He may not be a soccer player. He may grow to be a great soccer coach. He haven't tapped into his greatness. But everyone.
Do you believe everyone should get a trophy when they're that young and playing sports?
Yes and no. Yes, because you don't want to make any kid feel as if they're not part of something or they wasn't good because they didn't get one. It's a motivational thing.
Okay, I think they should.
But then again, not getting a trophy could motivate the kid to say, "Hey, I need to get better to get a trophy."
Or you get a trophy regardless, but you don't get it until you hit this mark.
Well, yeah, so it goes both ways. It depends on the development of the child. So because you don't know every child's development personally, it's best just go ahead and try to treat them all equally. You don't want to be doing anything to be a stumbling block.
I wonder what you guys think about that. There's a lot of parents out there who think that's not right. They need to earn that trophy. He doesn't deserve it.
You know,
they so evil.
And you know why parents say that? Because their kid probably is the one that's the best on the team.
Yeah.
And they want their kid to be singled out.
And those are usually ones who's
But
complaining
if their
about
kid
that,
wasn't the best one to be, oh yeah, Billy should get one too. Yeah, but anyway. But anyway. Let's check out this word for the day.
Okay.
This is a good one, Paris. Really good one.
Okay.
It says, sometimes your loyalty keeps you in situations that your common sense should have got you out of.
That's too many big words for me.
Sometimes our loyalty keeps us in situations that our common sense should have gotten us out of.
Okay, yeah, that's me all day long. That is me all day long.
You know, people say, man.
So, but wait, how is that word of wisdom? That's like, duh. Are you trying to tell us not to do that anymore?
No, I'm telling you that sometimes if you know that, hey, the house is on fire, you get out of it.
Okay, so
let me get it there. Oh, I gotta get the teddy bear. Hey.
You're supposed to be watching it. You're supposed to be watching
Paris. Oh, there's a camera right there.
I know, but I'm talking to our audience. Hello, everyone.
All one of them.
I was trying to make it look like we have a full room of an audience. Yeah. Thank you for hating on me. Okay.
Yeah, but that's the word of encouragement today. Sometimes our loyalty keeps us in situations that our common sense told us to get out of.
Like relationships.
It depends. And you're right. In some relationships, I've seen people stay there that they should have walked away a long time ago.
A long time ago. And friendships. And I think kids do that. Well, that's why I got messed up growing up. I was too loyal to some of the friends that I knew were just not good for me. But our friendship and being there for each other and knowing we had someone to go to, talk to, and help out and be there for, those were the worst friends of my childhood.
Okay. Wow.
I mean, they're not the worst friends.
I said wow.
But
that was powerful.
the worst situations, because we got in a lot of trouble that I shouldn't. I was probably the one who got them in trouble though.
Yeah, Paris, was you bad?
I wasn't bad.
No. First of all, I like your new red dress. The nigga truth. I like your new pearl. But that red, you know what they say about the woman in red, right?
Fire sign?
No.
Don't make me hit you.
I'm not.
Go ahead, say what you
Never
say.
mind. We moving on. Before we go any further than that, let's go into our Ask You Shall Receive.
Okay.
I
got a good one today, y'all.
And after that, we're going to jump
I got a good one.
After that, yeah. We're going to go to our Ask You Shall Receive. We're going to go to our Oh My God. Then we're going to commercial break and bring our guest on.
Bam! You know who our guest is? A prejudiced guy. Nah, I don't know if you're really prejudiced. I can't wait to hear.
He said that he was prejudiced.
You know what? Everybody thinks they're prejudiced, and I think he's just owning it. But man, for real, everybody has a little lick of something in them.
Everybody.
The question truly is, what is prejudice? Look up the word prejudice, look up the word racist, and tell me what it really means.
Two different things.
I want to know. I think they made up the word racist. We talked about this before.
Every word is made up.
Oh, man, go ahead.
Anyway,
What is it?
My ex you shall receive. I'm not gonna call her name out. She put her whole name in her thing.
If she put her whole name in, that means she want to be called out.
No, I ain't call her out.
That means it must be a family member.
It is. She said, "Hi, my name is Monica." She's a Hispanic because the last name was a Hispanic name, and she says, "I want to know why most Christians who say they love the Lord are racist. My boyfriend is black, and my family who are devout Christians is against it." She's not asking the question, but that, yeah. Wow.
So she's, okay, that's her family, so she knows her family best.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just saying, what is racist, what is prejudice? And when it comes down to family, dating outside of the race, I think it has more to do with culture. And I think racism has a lot to do with culture, not necessarily the skin color. That's where you go into more of prejudice to me. But how are they treating the guy is the question for real, because I think we live amongst lots of racist and prejudiced people. It's how you are treated, though, that makes the biggest difference.
I'm gonna say this: a racist white guy told me this a long time ago. I mean, I think this guy used to be part of the KKK. And he actually told me, he said, "Jimmy, racism only applies or exists among men." And he said that several times. I never got it. Then one day he explained it. He said, if a white guy, a racist white guy, see a gorgeous black woman, he may never tell nobody about it, but he'll like her, he'll have sex with her.
Mm-hmm.
He'll even have a baby with her. And I thought about what slave masters did back then.
Mm-hmm.
He says only among men. Now for us Hispanic men are very proud men. They're men who are very proud of their culture.
Mm-hmm.
But they're some of the most double standard men that I've seen. They want all the black females and all the white females. They don't want nobody talking to their females. That's just what I've seen in my experience. But I'm gonna tell Monica this: love is something a blind man can see and something a deaf man can hear. It has no shape, size, or color. A heart only knows another heart. So if you love that guy, if that's what you want, go with it. Because in the long term, you better believe if your family member meets somebody that they love, they're not gonna care what you think about it. They're gonna do it.
Yes. But therefore, at the same time,
you got to live with them people.
You and your culture, you know your culture better. And if you look at people's different cultures, a lot of cultures, only a couple of cultures, they will leave their families and start their own and not think nothing of it. Chunk up the dudes, all right, see you at the next holiday, or see you at your funeral or graduation, and they gone. Other cultures, they stick strong and tight together. They will all live in the same house together. They will take care of grandma and great grandma until whenever, and all the grandkids running around in the yard, and they will stay in a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom house
with 15 people.
With a whole bunch of 15 people.
I tell you what.
So with that said,
teach them Spanish, and they'll like him.
Right. Teach them, and then they can't talk about them. But
hola, ¿cómo estás?
But at the same time, I think you got to ask yourself what matters the most. Your family and the ties and where you're going with your family and what you want to succeed with your family and what you want to succeed with him. And if it's pulling you apart to where you're not going to be happy with one or the other, then figure out what's going to make you really happy. Because who knows if that dude's going to stay around.
That was smart. Well, I'm proud of you, Paris.
I'm just saying.
Okay, so that's our answer.
How long have y'all been together anyways?
Yeah, she didn't say that though.
Because brothers, I don't know, they just like to play around with some Hispanic chicks. They ain't trying to
I'm not going into all that. Listen, the bottom line is, like Paris said,
find
out what makes you happy, because you don't know if this guy gonna stick around. So if that's what you want, go with it. If you love your family more, stay with your family. But remember, love is something a blind man can see, something a deaf person can hear, a heart only knows another heart.
Where did you get that from? You say that a lot.
Because I live by it. Now, you got yours or no? Can we move on?
Oh, yeah. I remember mine. So this lady inboxed me and said, hey, my daughter, now 9th grade, moving from middle school to the 9th grade high school, just confessed that she is attracted to women or girls. So she's having a girlfriend now. What should she do?
Love her in spite of. You know what? I have nieces and nephews who are, sisters and brothers. They're different gender roles. Mm-hmm. And one of the things I told people in my family, I'm not gonna call their names, you may not agree with the choices that they have made, mm-hmm. the lifestyle they want to live, but you need to love them the same, because whenever they come around, you need to be there for them. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Pushing them away, doing hateful things to them, that's why they're not comfortable around you or coming to say anything to you. When they need your help, some counsel probably come out of that, they won't come to you for it. They're going to turn to somebody else. So you can love a person without accepting or tolerating their behavior.
Oh, yeah. I agree with that. Dan, this is not a hard question, but it makes you really think.
Let me ask you this. You have a daughter, right? You have a daughter. What if your daughter came and told you that?
Can I get my words out?
No.
Dang. So, I'm trying to put my feet in her shoes, right? Mm-hmm. I'm trying to live in her situation, right? Empathy. Yeah, find some empathy. Yeah, empathy in it. But I don't think you really can't ever tell someone how to act if you're not living it. Mm-hmm. I have cousins and family members too that said, hey, I like the same gender, and they my cousins. And my cousin told me the other day, you're so understanding, Paris. You're there for me. You always have a good ear. You always have the right things to say. And I'm like, baby, that's because I'm your cousin. Your mama, baby, be different. I'm not going to treat you like you my child. But if it was my child, mm-hmm. I would have to really take a deep breath. Really ask myself, how do I feel and how am I going to start reacting to it? Because self-consciously, you may not like the situation and you just treat your child totally different and mean and whatever because you're trying to show them how much you hate the situation. Mm-hmm. And that's not going to be the right way to do it. So you have to first find out who you are, why you are the way you are, and how you can respond in a healthy way. So don't go and say anything until you can respond in a healthy way to comfort and teach. Because sometimes things are just a phase. Mm-hmm. Because I had one girlfriend that I grew up with. She said, I knew I was gay ever since I was a little girl, Paris. I used to want to come spend a night with you so bad. I'm like, what? We were in elementary, child. Yeah, well, you see, I still like women now. Man.
She got a boyfriend now.
Boy, got 3 kids now. I'm like, girl, hallelujah. I told you you was going to come to some senses. But she was in some real strong relationships with these women up until she was old enough to have her own lifestyle.
A long-term phase.
That was a long-term phase, though. And sometimes people just got to go through phases. I think everything in life, you have to go through a phase to get to where you're supposed to be. And sometimes the worst things have to happen for the better things to happen for each and every one. So it might be a lesson for you, or it might be a lesson for her.
Or both.
Or both. Definitely it's going to be both, because everyone's going to learn from the situation, but it's how you handle it to calm yourself down and figure out how you truly feel and why you feel the way you feel, to nurture your own feelings first before you can nurture someone else. That's why I don't let nobody beat my own kids, because I know.
Anyway, we're moving on to the next.
That was a question from last week.
Last week, we're going into something else.
So I hope I answered your question, darling.
Okay. With that being said, let's go to my Oh My God. We'll go to a commercial break, and we will bring our guest on. Listen, on Oh My God today, when I saw this.
This is Halloween for real.
Have you ever seen the movie Jeepers Creepers?
Yeah, a long time ago.
What is it called?
I think it's Jeepers Creepers.
No.
Look. So it's this little nasty flying thing that gets people and eats them up.
Yeah. So like let's go to the TV screen. Tap on that, please. What does it say at the top?
I'm not looking at that, dude.
What does it say on the top?
That's ignorant as
You not black if you ain't grow up eating on this Thanksgiving.
Now that's a white person saying
that shit. I am not black. Because I don't know what that is. That look like the thing from Jeepers Creepers.
That is nasty. I'm not looking. I can't even look at it.
What is that?
I've seen a glimpse.
That's Photoshop.
Oh, it looks like Freddy Krueger.
That's Photoshop.
That looks like Freddy Krueger for real.
Okay, you just ruined my Thanksgiving. Go to the next picture, man. Go to the next picture.
But whoever made that and they said you're not black if you didn't eat this, I promise you it's a white person, because they look at us like we're crazy when we eat chitlins, ham hogs, or what you call them,
hog maws?
The tail. Oxtails.
But let me tell you this here. That's
Yeah,
taboo now.
culture.
Because white people eat that more soul food than we.
I brought that kind of soul food to a white family before. They looked at me like, what are we gonna do with this? I said,
well, the shake and baked chicken and the stovetop stuffing. Anyway,
it was funny though.
You know people alone. Now,
oh my.
Have you ever been skiing?
That's not skiing.
No, I'm asking, you ever been skiing? You ever been jet skiing?
Yeah.
Parachute on the back of the boat?
No.
Okay, let's look at the TV screen.
But this is why. I'm telling you now, I don't allow my kids to go.
Can you tap on that picture, please? 2 words, Paris. You fly through the air, and that jumper.
2 words.
No, I'm asking you. 2 words.
Oh my gosh!
That's 3. Oh my gosh, 3.
Oh, I would have wanted to hit his nose. You know that's the only way you can get a what is that thing called? A shark away. You hit their nose and got them. I watch movies.
Paris. This is not Hollywood.
Man, I would be so
2
mad.
words.
I promise you, I would be so mad.
Excuse my language. My 2 words be, oh shit. That's what I would say.
I mean, obviously that's gonna come out, but that's all I could say.
I think that's what she said too.
Oh my gosh! But I'm gonna tell you right now. That's why I do not go to.
You're dead. You dead. You dead.
You dead. Yeah.
I'm dead.
That's why I don't go to our ocean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know what the heck is in that. And ocean spirit, if I can't see through that water, even though they will run up on you because it's their territory, I don't trust it. I don't trust the big black and white ones, the killer whales. They look nice, but they will get you. And sharks alone. And then even the sea turtles. I got so close to a sea turtle. I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? What if he just nibbles at me? No, I gotta get out.
Okay.
It was fun though. But yeah,
you from St. Louis, right?
Scary. Yeah.
You have 4 seasons there.
Yeah, but
so mosquitoes are not bad there as they are in Texas.
Right.
But
they'll still get you.
I think we have like a season.
Summertime.
We have a season and a half here. We have a hot summer and a cool part of the year.
We got mosquitoes all throughout the whole. We ain't got no season. We got 1 season.
But in Texas, this is how our mosquitoes
look.
look.
Shut up. Mosquitoes.
When people ask me,
why he got golds in his mouth?
Because that's Texas
Who
mosquitoes.
Who does he look like?
When people ask me what mosquitoes in Texas look like, this is it.
Oh my, that's cute though. Look just like a real Texas mosquito with them golds and everything.
Look at that little cigarette behind us in that blunt.
Oh shucks, you're right. That's so. What race would he be? No, I'm just playing. That was a joke. I'm just playing with the earrings. You know you want to say a race?
I would say Nigerian, but anyway. Okay.
He couldn't do it, y'all.
I couldn't do it. Y'all
he couldn't do it.
Okay, Paris. Last one.
This is all you, because that's all you do is talk about food.
They say if shoes fit, wear it.
If the shoe fits,
if this shoe could talk, what would it say? Paris.
I'm done.
Can we look at that picture, please?
No, I don't like talking about people like this, but I can't. That's not even a real foot, anyways.
Yes, it is, Paris.
No.
I see a lot of people have diabetes and big legs like that and put in the little shoes.
Yeah, they do. That's elephantitis.
And it says, if this shoe could talk, what would it say? Stop it. Stop it.
Stop it.
Please stop it.
I can see that.
This is not right.
I'm done talking. Stop it. You stop it. I'm done
I can't.
talking.
This is not right.
You.
And
let
me say this. I am not against. I don't. Size, color, whatnot does not matter to me. I'm not against big people. I'm not against skinny people. I just talk about what you people put on the internet. That's it. If you don't want to talk about, don't put it on my timeline.
You don't want to talk about, okay.
Right?
People actually send him stuff to talk about people. That's y'all wrong.
So
y'all the ones that's wrong. Because y'all know he going to talk about him. Y'all steady sending him stuff. I'm going to find y'all.
So guess
and
what?
I'm going to send stuff from y'all.
If I'm going to hell, I ain't going by myself.
Yeah, y'all going to hell too. Now, what is the topic about today?
The topic today, before we go to our commercial break, the topic today is, are you prejudiced? By Tires Required Plus.
By Ties Required Plus. That is a book, a company, an organization.
A brand.
And bam, we got him here today to talk about what prejudice really looks like and what it means. And why does he think if he is prejudiced?
And now let me say this. There's many aspects of prejudice.
And that's what we're going to learn about when you get back. You got the definitions of them.
I got some examples of them.
You got your own opinion.
Always. That's who I am.
If you guys want to call in, tell us your view. The number is
713-320-2434. See, that's what I got on the show.
Dang, where is that?
We'll be back at the commercial break. It's a video.
While I'm sipping all night, cause I'm wavy chipping more slow it down, make some nigga to support order, make some nigga to support order. While I'm sipping all night, cause I'm wavy chipping more slow it down, make some nigga to support order, make some nigga to support order.
Bringing you haters, egging it, and let you bitches get the best of me. So let me just mix up this recipe so I can cook all you haters down to your knees. Predator blending in with the trees. I see you in infrared, yes indeed. Murking my enemies without a scratch on me as if I'm a powerful D&D. On another note, I'm bad news. Turn you cowards into ragu. Better get to the crib real soon. Move that they come out on full moons. These bullets really coming at you. Guess I'm really about that action. Pick up blocks, no questions. And quickly empty out my weapons. You don't have enough to check this. Cause you know I have a death wish. Shoot up anything you creepy. Because you come with your deceptions. That's because I'm on a mission. Shutting down all of your businesses. Sipping folks never generous. And that shit thick with the generous. Idiot.
While I'm sipping all night, cause I'm wavy chipping more slow it down, make some nigga to support order, make some nigga to support order. While I'm sipping all night, cause I'm wavy chipping more slow it down, make some nigga to support order, make some nigga to support order.
And we are back with Paris Nicole and Jimmy the Square Guy on the Naked Truth, your political hip hop outlet. And it is now time to bring on our guest.
Yes, Michael D. Williams with Ties Required Plus.
The Prejudiced Man.
I don't think you can say that word, Jimmy.
I can't even pronounce it. You can't pronounce what you call it? What's the word?
There's a lot of words I can't pronounce.
The Prejudiced Man. Let's bring
Come
Mr.
on
Williams
in.
on. Come on, Mr. Williams.
Now oh, you know what I should have really wanna do? Watch this video and why I even invited him here. So y'all, if you can, when you get that video up, okay, we good, okay.
Okay, so
hello, Mr. Bo William, Dr. Road.
before we even start going into the interview, let's go ahead and show a little something about Mr. Bo Williams. Michael Bo Williams.
How many names do you have?
My fault. He like me, I got 6 names.
I have got 4.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and check this out real quick.
Hello, my name is Mike, and I'm coming to you today to make a confession. Yes, I have a confession to make, and the reason why I want to make this confession is I'm hoping it'll make me a better person. My confession is I have a disease. I don't know how I got the disease. I believe it's contagious, and I don't think there's a cure yet. The disease that I have it's called prejudice. You see, I judge people by the color of their skin, their race, their religion, and even as to how they look. I figured out that I'm a bigot.
All right, so you said you have a disease.
Uh-oh, let me slide over. I ain't trying to catch nothing.
COVID. Tell me and help me understand, why do you call it a disease?
First of all, what is the disease called?
A prejudice.
It's called prejudice.
And you think it's a disease?
I think it is, and I think we all have it.
Yeah, I'm sick things. I know I am. I know I got a lot of them.
So, by definition, prejudice is it's a feeling towards a person based on their perception or the group members that they're in, and the words are usually offensive because they relate to sex, gender, belief, values, social class, age, disabilities, religion, sexuality, race, ethnicity, language, nationality, beauty, occupation, education, and all that good stuff. So all of those different categories, yeah, you're right. We can look, those are the main categories that people look at to judge you and say where you are. So I think you have a valid point. The question now is it a bad thing to be prejudiced?
Not always. Because I'm prejudiced.
You could be a bad person though.
I could be, but I don't think I'm a bad person just because I'm prejudiced. I think sometimes we have to be prejudiced to protect ourselves from what we think might be harmful.
Yeah.
I mean, it's assuming something is a fact, but you don't have anything to back it up about a certain person or a thing. Example, I'm prejudiced against certain dogs.
Why? Oh, because, excuse me.
I've learned, what I believe, is pit bulls are more dangerous than poodles. I might go up to a poodle and touch it, or
bite you real quick.
It might. I might go up to a pit bull and be afraid of that dog because what I have in my head about pit bulls. I'm prejudiced. That's a prejudice characteristic that I have.
What you think?
Well, on that note, I know there's many aspects of something. So I can say I'm prejudiced too because, you know, I hear people say, I'm not a racist. I got white friends, or I got black friends. But I hear black guys say, I'm not gonna let a white guy beat me playing basketball. Or I'm not gonna let a white dude outrun me in track. In other words, you're thinking that you're better than somebody, or you're because of your skin color or whatnot. That can be a form of racism. Yeah. And just like in that case, I'm prejudiced too. I'm prejudiced against cigarette smoking. I'm prejudiced against drug usage.
I think that's more of a preference. What do you think of those people who do drugs and smoke? And be very careful because you got family and friends who do all of those.
I think it's a lack of self-control. I think it's someone who got their priorities out of perspective, thinking that, I hear people say that drug addiction is a disease. And I say you're lying, that's just your way of justifying what you want to do, or justifying your lack of willpower to say no to drugs. Because if drugs were the disease, then once you stop doing drugs, a disease will continue to be progressive and destroy you, but it doesn't.
Right.
So it's not a disease. And that's my way of thinking. Now doctors and psychologists may tell you something different, but to say that some of the disease, I get in my mind, a disease is something that's going to be active upon you whether you're doing something or not doing it. So I'm against drug usage and people that smoke cigarettes.
What you thinking? I guess you make sense.
Hey, that does make sense. However, my being prejudiced is eating me up on the inside.
Okay.
And why is that?
Tell us more.
It doesn't make me feel good. Makes me feel bad.
Okay, if you're being prejudiced against something that you know that you are against, something that you don't think, well, again, something that you don't see that is right in your ideology, why would that make you feel bad? For example, I'm looking at how you dressed.
Okay.
And let's say that you had your own business and whatnot.
Okay.
How do you feel about a guy coming in with his hat on like this? How do you feel about me dressed like this? Coming to your business.
I wouldn't have any feelings on it. It just depends on what I'm selling. If I'm selling caps like what you do.
I'm coming to get a job.
Oh, you coming to get a job?
Yeah. I saw a sign in the window. Help wanted.
Okay.
You didn't say what, just help wanted. I'm like, hey man, what you?
Oh, you gonna say, hey man, what's you?
Say, excuse me, sir, what's your name? You Mr. Williams?
Okay.
Say, what? How the help y'all need?
I'll take your application, we'd have a conversation, and depending on what you want to do, depends on what I need.
So
You wanna be a store manager? No, I wouldn't hire you to be a store manager that way.
Why?
I'd ask you to go and change clothes, cause I don't know if you know how to dress this way, or if you have the ability to teach somebody how to dress this way. I don't have time to train you.
So what you trying to get a job to do would be the question.
That's
Is that,
the
I wanna know what, I
You
wanna know
gonna
what the
take
hell.
the trash out? We can let you do that.
There you go. If you wanna do that, I might hire you for that.
So if this prejudice that you spoke of is eating you up on the inside, it's killing you, it's
Why
making you
not
unhappy,
change?
something. Man, that's my exact word. Why not change?
Not everybody can change.
Oh, I don't believe that.
Okay, hold on a second. So we do have this debate going on, and not a debate, but
It's a debate.
He truly believes people can change for the good or whatever,
Come on in.
right?
Now, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Come on in, come on in, come on
Yeah.
in, and go ahead and fix that light and turn it up this way a little bit.
Y'all don't care.
Yeah. Okay, what you say now?
I'm serious, but be very careful. We
Let me ask
debate.
you a question.
Yes, sir.
You gotta try to work
Are
with
you
it.
prejudiced?
Yes.
Twisted.
Why can't you change it? Or when are you gonna change it?
I'm not trying to change it.
Why not?
'Cause I don't think anything wrong with the way I feel about
Oh.
certain things.
Oh, but you think you can change it?
I can change anything.
No, I don't think you can.
I can change anything that's changeable. I just gave Paris the other day the Serenity Prayer,
Okay.
and it talks about God give me the serenity to change the things I can and accept things that I can't, and the
Yes.
wisdom to know the difference.
Okay.
So the things that I can change, yeah, I can change if I want to.
If you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I don't want to. Paris, no, it's gonna be on TV. So
So now-
I don't want to change those.
Okay. So now there's some things about myself
Mm-hmm.
I'm having a hard time changing. And it's eating me up. So
Okay.
I
So
feel
we-
that's
so-
a disease for me.
So would it be too personal to ask
try and
me
cure.
to tell the people what are the things that you want to change about yourself that's eating you up?
Let me give you an example
Okay.
of something that happened to me, and it's been bothering me. Okay? One day I was walking down the street, going to my car, and I saw another man, a very, very fat man,
Mhm.
heavy set man.
Mhm.
He got into his car, a little tight car, and I laughed. I said, look at that man, this
He
big
wanted
old
you.
guy. Got into that little old bitty car. What's up with that? You know, and I laughed about it.
Mhm.
But we both got in our cars and we both drove the same direction. But the car ahead of us, the fat guy,
Mhm.
hit a dog and kept going. The fat man jumped out of his car, picked up the howling dog, took him straight to the hospital. And as I sat there looking in my rear mirror, a tear dripped right down my face.
Mhm.
And I realized that I had judged a man by the size of his body instead of by the size
So you were.
of his character.
So let me ask you this: when you laughed at that guy, because I mean,
So you just thought he was just a fat sloppy guy who was not gonna care about other
Didn't
people?
say anything about sloppy. I just judged the man about his
okay,
size.
so I want to hear. I didn't
look
hear.
into his
I didn't hear a judgment in it. I want to hear what when you saw that big guy get in that
I
tight car.
laughed at him.
And so, what did you think about him as a person? Because whether he was big or skinny, if he did something that I felt was funny, I'ma laugh.
Okay, I saw a fat man
Mm-hmm.
that I didn't give credit to his character. I just judged the man just because he was fat. He ate too much, whatever. And a lot of people judge big people because they're big. They eat too much. But that may not be the case. That person might be on medication.
Could be thyroid problems.
Could
You
be a lot of things. And there are seven things that have happened through my life that I had to question. And they're gonna be more tomorrow and the next day and the next day.
Mhm.
That's just something that I'm working on. That's why I call it a disease that I have. I'm working on trying to cure myself. But I don't think I'll ever be cured. Because I think everybody in the world have prejudices.
True.
Whether it's against different people, whether it's against different animals. I just think we're taught that. It's not something that we're born with, I believe. I think we're taught to be prejudiced.
So you heard on the X I Shall Receive when the Hispanic girl talked about her family not liking her black boyfriend. Do you think that's a form of racism or a form of prejudice?
I think it's both. Because when you talk about prejudice, that could be anything. That could be prejudice against a dog.
Mm-hmm.
But when you talk about racism, that's prejudice against a particular race. So she's being prejudiced, and it is racism. But now, is it violent racism? A person can be a racist, but not be a racist. You can have thoughts of racism.
Oh, okay. Okay, now. What's the difference between being racist and
Let me define that for you.
Yeah,
for me,
yeah.
I can have racist thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
I probably have them all the time. I'm watching the news every day.
Mm-hmm.
Have racist thoughts. But when I do something that is racist against that person because they are of a different race, that makes me a racist.
Now,
and racism.
Now it doesn't have to be anything violent toward that person, but just not opening the door, holding the door open for him or her when she coming, because they black or white or Hispanic.
Mm-hmm.
Normally you probably let a black woman, if she got one item, you got 6, you might let her get in front of you in a line.
All right.
Hispanic woman come up, you may not do that, because you're a racist.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be a violent act for us killing you, hitting you, or trying to run over you, throwing something at you, or using racial slurs. But if you have those thoughts and you act upon them on any way, then you are, I would think, being racist.
I agree with that. Now, all racist acts aren't bad. So if you do something for a person of another race because they are of a different race, that's still racism. Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
See, some things.
Is that what you just said?
Okay.
What? It's a yes or no question.
Okay.
Hold on.
So you saying if it's a benefit that I'm doing it because they're racist?
Well, if that's what you just said, you did, or I did. If
Well,
I let somebody ahead of me because they're white,
No. I see a lot of times, like, if a woman or a guy come up, they black, you black. You got 10 items in your basket. He got a soda. You say, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
yeah, okay.
If a Hispanic dude walked up and you black, ain't that dude go in front of me.
Okay.
So that's the negative part of doing something because you're racist. But there's also positive things.
You can't.
So racist is automatically always going
If
to be
you look
negative.
up the word racist, it has to be something in the sense of you are against, trying to hold back in a derogatory. The word I gave you. Derogatory manner. In fact, that is when it's become racist. Because what was that thing they passed when blacks are allowed certain benefits now?
So those aren't, they don't consider that stuff racist because they do a lot of things for people in poverty and people of different races.
Because they are forced to be done it by law. But when you done it out of your heart because of who that person is, that's an act of racism. If you're done in a negative sense.
Oh, if you want to look at the definition of being that narrow, that's
Mhm.
fine. But I think racism is broader than that.
I believe it's broader than that in the sense that it can be displayed in a lot of ways, but the word or the definition of racism has a narrowing to it.
At the
So
end
if
of
you
the
do something nice for another person who is of a different race, you did it because of the race that they are. I think that's racism.
No, okay, hold on. The thing is, the words that describe prejudice and racist, the key word is doing something against. So that's why it's negative.
Exactly.
But at the same time, you can revert that and sound like, okay, you're doing this, but you're also doing it towards another person out of kindness, but you're still doing it because of their race, because of their situation, because of the prejudice thoughts you have with them. So it's the question, and my thoughts are, that's why I don't think, okay, hold on, let me go on too fast. That's why the thoughts are, you can be racist, you can be prejudiced, but the question is, regardless if you are or if you're not, what are you doing towards that person that makes you bad as a person?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I was working for a company and the guy asked me, so you're judging that person? You don't think he should work here because of whatever? And I'm like, yeah, I'm judging him, but I don't think he shouldn't work here, but I'm not gonna give him a chance to be around us and do this and that. But I'm going to judge people no matter what. I judge them all day long.
That's what we do.
But the wrong thing is, is not taking time out to understand that person because you're judging them. Now, I will all day long try to understand a person, but I'm not going to let you come in my bubble not knowing anything about you yet and just giving you, and when you look the way you look and act the way you act, I'm not going to let you come in my bubble when you are giving me the impression that you are not the positive person I want to be around.
That is being prejudiced, because you're prejudging somebody. But to say that I'm not going to let this person come in my bubble because you white, that's a racist act.
Yeah.
To not let that person come in my circle because he's an Hispanic or because he's black, that is a racist act. But now to judge somebody, I'm not going to let you come in my circle because I don't know, you kind of look skeptical of me. Whether you black, white, or Hispanic, then you've been prejudiced.
Right.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Another question. Let's say you're at a restaurant and a white couple sends you over a slice of watermelon. What's your thoughts?
Honestly,
what do you think about that?
Honestly, I'm going to laugh.
Why are you laughing?
Because I know these people have actually they may not be thinking about it, but this is viewed as an act of racism.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
But that was a nice gesture.
Time out.
Wait, now see, that's why it can all be looked at so
Okay, let me say this.
But that's why people get away with being racist. We're not saying they're racist.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you how they said it. I'm gonna tell you how a beautiful example of that. They didn't say anything verbally, but when Tiger Woods won his first Masters and they put that fried chicken and stuff on that menu, they did an outcry about it. That was a racist act that they did.
Someone made it that they broadcasted it in that sense and gave it that type of attention.
No, it didn't. They never had fried chicken and collard greens and stuff on the menu, and he won and put it on there. That's racist.
And he don't even eat
So
that.
if somebody send me a watermelon in the restaurant, I'm getting it. They don't send me a meal. They don't send me a drink.
That's just for your dessert. That's all.
I haven't even eaten. They don't send me a watermelon.
No, let's say you have.
It don't matter. They just send it to you.
They don't see you have dessert on there, and they send you a watermelon, a slice of watermelon. I mean, that's a nice act. Now, that person over there, this thing, black people like
You know people laugh.
wait. Black people do like watermelon. I want to do something nice for somebody black here, and they sent you a slice of watermelon.
So what is the question, though?
Would
I asked him, was that a racist act?
Yes, to me it is.
Okay. Yeah. But that was something nice that they did from their heart.
But it was still a racist act. But that's exactly why it can be flipped upside down, because people do things trying to be considerate of who you are in your culture and where you're going.
That's a good one.
But at the same time, it is still racist.
Yeah, but it's a good one because I'm sitting there thinking now, if I'm at a soul food restaurant and I see them Hispanic come in and I send them a plate of tortillas over there, they're gonna be like, some if I don't appreciate it, but I know some Hispanics that don't eat flour tortillas, don't even eat hot sauce.
You want corn tortillas?
Yeah, so
that's an act of prejudice. You prejudge somebody based on their race.
I agree with that. 100%.
Okay, now here's the thing though. I want to get into where you've been and where you're going and the things you've done with your thought process. I think you have a few books you've wrote. Can you go get them?
I will.
Okay. So then, because we got that coming then, huh?
Yeah.
But here's the question. You said it's eating you up inside. And I kind of feel like you are eating yourself up inside by having the mindset or the thoughts that you come up with. Because the person you laughed at, the big guy, that ended up stopping to get the dog, whoop-de-doo. I'm going to laugh at him because he's fat and it is what it is. And he looked a certain way and it's just humorous and that's his character. It is what it is. You're funny with it. But I would never think, I'm not going to feel bad about myself for laughing at him. And he was the one who did a kind gesture, because I laugh at anybody and everybody who does certain things, but they still have a good gesture of doing things.
Hold that thought. We'll be back after these commercial breaks with Michael Williams, Tires Required Plus, and we're going to find out why or how does that tie into him being prejudiced. We'll be right back.
Paris Nicole.
It's a model on a track. Okay, let's go. On a track. Shout out to my north side clique. Shout out to my south side clique. Shout out to my west side clique. Shout out to my east side clique. Shout out to all my people making money. Shout out to all my hustlers making money. Shout out to all my grinders making money. Shout out to all my bosses making money. Okay. North side on that ass. East side on that ass. West side on that ass. South side on that ass. It's a model on the track, a real Florida girl, and I got it like that. I'm shouting all my haters and my grinders and my bosses. I'm really with the shit. Big boss shit, it don't matter where you from. Get it how you live, bitch, I'm number one. Big bang roll, bitch, I'm coming with the stacks. Shout out to my north side clique. Shout out to my south side clique. Shout out to my west side clique. Shout out to my east side clique. Shout out to all my people making money. Shout out to all my hustlers making money. Shout out to all my grinders making money. Shout out to all my bosses making money. North side on that ass. East side on that ass. West side on that ass. South side on that ass. I'm on my Gucci shit. Real ball status, I can take a hit. Money stay higher than a flame that's lit. It's money in my city, I'ma make that shit. Ayy, I'm on my ones and twos. Flipping that bread and serve it back to you. Ayy, I'ma run up a check. My drip so icy that my money stay wet. Shout out to my north side clique. Shout out to my south side clique. Shout out to my west side clique. Shout out to my east side clique. Shout out to all my people making money. Shout out to all my hustlers making money. Shout out to all my grinders making money. Shout out to all my bosses making money. North side on that ass. East side on that ass. West side on that ass. South side on that ass. All my people making money. Shout out to everybody making money. Shout out to all my grinders making money. Shout out to all my people making money. Get in there!
You got people hollering at you.
I'm in
I
here.
can't see on ours, but I see it on his.
We're back.
What it do?
We're back with Mr. Michael Williams.
Tara think you crazy.
Tides Required Plus. The man who is prejudiced, who say he want to change, but doubt if he will.
So with all that said and done, we're basically saying, is prejudice and racist really bad? That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's really bad unless you're doing rude, mean things towards it, because I honestly think it's built in all of us. He says people had to have been taught it. They learned it from somewhere. You say you should not be it, you should change.
I say that you can change. I'm going to say that racism is taught.
Mm-hmm.
I agree 100%. It is taught. Like the engineer and our other guests just said, people do things from a kind gesture, from a subconscious racist disposition.
Say that again. Too many words. I was focused.
Okay,
Let's say it one more time.
In hood terms,
I guess.
in hood terms, you can be a racist and not know it.
There we go. Simple.
Because you got black friends, you don't call people the N-word, or you don't call people wetbacks or honkies, so you're not using things like that or committing violent acts against them. You don't think that you're a racist. But like he said, if you do a kind gesture because you prejudging the person because of their skin color, you are being a racist from
culture.
You're
doing things for people trying to be nice, but yet you're doing it because you perceive them being this way.
No, you perceive because he's black, so I sent him some watermelon.
I said perceive them of being this way, not just you're black. I mean, I'm sure we've all done it to Hispanics. We assume they don't speak Spanish, so we do. I've done that plenty of times. I don't think they speak English, so I start doing sign language. But
what you have going on, you have the thing. Can I see the post? Let me see the post. I want to bring this up. This is a very powerful poster. Like father, like son, lead by example. You got a dad.
Oh, it's on the screen.
Oh, thank you. You got a dad with his pants sagging with handcuffs on, and most likely, you right, the son will follow in his footsteps. If he doesn't have any positive examples around him to lead him otherwise. Then you have the picture over here with the dad with the cap and gown on, and that reminds me of the engineer. Yeah, that's what he does. Everything he do, or his son do, he does with him. So he leading his son in that positive manner. That spoke volumes to me. And in this, are still being prejudiced to an extent.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me why.
No, because you said that. You said that.
I know I said it. You tell me, what's your perception of it?
Because like you said, you're gonna judge a guy based upon how he dressed.
I've done that.
And that's being prejudiced.
I've been in the clothing business for many years, and I dress men for success. And I've had interviews with guys that came in dressed like that, but I've given advice to them. That's not the way to dress for an interview here. So now if he was going to a place to sell jeans that are sagging, maybe I would hire. Maybe if he was advertising caps, I was selling caps, maybe I would. But in a clothing place, like from my experience where I've worked, no.
Would you I don't know. I'm not gonna say that because that's too iffy. That's a scenario.
But he's saying that he calling you out.
Okay.
The naked truth. Just watch how you say it.
No. You out and about. You have a daughter. You out and about. Your daughter's very beautiful. And a guy walked in and said, "Man, who was that?" You said, "Excuse me, sir. That's my daughter." Oh, man, what's your name, sir? Can I get a phone number or something? Would you let a guy like that approach your daughter?
Depends on how old my daughter is.
Your daughter, 30.
That's on her.
But how would you feel about letting a guy like that approach your daughter? Because you have some feelings about it. That's your baby.
I probably do have some feelings, but I think my daughter is at an age to where she needs to make her own decisions as to who she'd like to be with.
That is very true. I'm 50.
Okay.
And my mom has an issue with certain people that I date. Okay. Though she know I want to make my own decisions. I live by myself, have my own everything. But still, she has a feeling about, I don't like her. Why? I don't like the way she walk. I do. That's why I got her.
Well, that's where we started this conversation about prejudice. That's something that your mother has done. She's prejudiced against that person because she got a chance to know him.
Now, I heard guys say this. I'm not going to tell my daughter who she can't and can talk to, but I'm not going to introduce you to her.
Okay.
Now, so would you let a guy like that approach your daughter?
Depends on if I know the guy.
No, you don't. Y'all just out and about.
Again, I've already answered that question.
What the heck? You cannot let she's a grown. If you being a father, having a 30-year-old
daughter, y'all out and about.
30-year-old out and about, you can't say you can't say too much.
He's trying to be respectful.
This is how you probably want to say. If the young man or the dude that looks like that approaches your daughter in a rough manner or a manner that's not acceptable, would you have to step in? I think that's when you would want to step in as a father.
That's not the scenario.
I know, but the scenario you're talking about is, you just said you are 50 years old and you can't, and your mama has her opinions, but is she really gonna stop you from letting a girl come to you?
No, I'm saying that if Mr. Williams and his daughter was out and about, and the woman and the daughter walked off, and I stepped up and said, "Sir, who the lady you talking to?"
Oh, so you're saying if the man
and he said that's my daughter, and I said, "Man, Mr. Williams."
If the man stop, because you take too long. The man is asking you for permission to go approach your daughter. What would you say to the man?
That's dressed like that.
Okay, took a long time. Have anything to say? Hey, help yourself.
Help yourself.
See, remember now,
she's a plate of food.
I'm trying to heal, correct? So a thought like that, an act like that, would be prejudice.
Well, I'll be prejudiced. I wouldn't approach my daughter.
It would be judging that man based on how he's dressed, and I'm trying to alleviate those kind of thoughts.
But how can you do so when you're promoting this and denouncing that?
What I'm trying to do is to let people know how you are being judged by other people. Not saying that I'm trying to be that way. I'm just telling you how other people are being judged every day. And if a man wants to dress that way, his kid is probably going to follow him.
You know, that's a good point, because I tell my kids today, it's the gay world right now. And when my kids want to wear certain clothes, either too little, too tight, too short, or too colorful, I let them know off the bat. And they hate it when I tell them, "Mom, you're being racist, you're being prejudiced, you're being rude, you shouldn't say that." Baby, I'm going to tell you like it is. If you wear those clothes, people are going to judge you and treat you a certain way. So be ready to deal with how they acting towards you if you wear that out. You can wear what you want and do what you want. And I'm going to love you for it because I know their intentions are to just have a style. But I'm telling you now, your style looks like you're gay. That's wrong with being
Time
gay.
Required Plus. It's the purpose of teaching people how to dress.
Yes.
Tell people where they can find all the books, the videos, the material. If they want you to get out and do some speaking and whatnot, how can they locate you?
They can call me at 281-630-1487.
Get a number again.
281-630-1487. And my website is tiesrequiredplus.com.
Do you spell the plus out?
Plus.
Okay. Yeah, some people try to put a plus sign. Oh, that was great.
This was a great talk.
Yeah.
I mean, are we done with it? Because I was kind of getting a little deep
into it. Time ran out.
Did we cover everything, everybody? If y'all call in, maybe we can answer some of your questions.
Well, we never get to cover everything.
No.
Especially we got great. That's why we had a great guest.
Yeah. Do you have any last? This was pretty good and interesting. Do you have any last statements?
No, thank you for having me. I appreciate the naked truth, and seems like they're moving.
I'm glad that you was very transparent about you trying to heal, because most people wouldn't put that out there.
So really, are you really literally trying to heal?
I think everybody who
Goes
believes
through
that
some
they're
things?
prejudiced
I'm not.
or
I think it's a gift. I love it.
I'm not trying to heal. I'm not trying to change.
I love it.
my
I love
prejudices.
myself and how I think. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I'm just.
I don't think it's a bad thing, and I don't think you should look at it as a bad thing. I think you should look at it as, okay, the way you say being judgmental towards people, true enough. You shouldn't act on it. And I don't act on it, but I do judge people. But I don't treat them a bad way or a certain way, but I do try to give the extra courtesy, like if I saw you, I'll bring you some watermelon, thinking you want it. Oh, let's get them watermelon instead of avocado. I'll bring avocado to them and watermelon to them. Okay, so, but you should laugh, you should make fun of, you should have fun and be humorous about whatever makes you laugh. Who cares what they look like, act like, and whatever the stereotype is. It is what it is. You shouldn't be looking a certain way if you don't want attention on yourself. You talk about too many fat people though. And that's it.
We gotta go again. That's
We still got 1 minute left.
We got tiresrequiredplus.com. Mr. Michael Williams,
Your girl Paris Nicole.
Jimmy the Square Guy. Go get the book. Go get the.
He has a video out that
Video.
tells you how to tie a tie and a bow.
What's that? What is it?
5 knots in 15 minutes.
5 knots in 15 minutes. A lot of you guys are like me. Man, get rid of the bow ties, man. Get the man.
What? Bow ties is where is that? What you talking about?
Anyway, we'll see y'all
He need to
Wednesday.
learn.
Bow tie is included.
Okay, you got a tie bow tie. Oh, that's great. We'll see y'all Wednesday on Motivation on Wednesday giveaway. Again, the Naked Truth with Mr. Williams, Paris Nicole, Jimmy Square Guy. That's the show. Holla.